I got a McDonald's cup in the way. Well, boys, we did it. I have felt the embrace of a woman. I know. But no, I just wanted to... It brought me to this idea that first dates are kind of weird, aren't they? You have to, like, pretend that you are, like, someone else, almost. I mean, maybe that sounds shallow, but, you know, if you're, like, a night shifter like myself... you have to pretend that it doesn't affect your day-to-day life, you know what I'm saying? You know, like, oh no, I'm not a gremlin at the night. I'm not a gremlin in the night, you know, not a freak. And I had a first date recently, and I thought, hey, you know, might as well share it. So I matched with this girl on Hinge, and she's really, really pretty. Rocker chick, alternative style, you know. Just emotionally distant, just enough, you know what I'm saying? I know what you're thinking, Levi. You probably have to wear boots and a rain jacket, looking like the kid from It, from the first It movie coming out, because of all the women that you make wet all the time. But it might come to surprise you that I haven't had very many dates. And I just recently went on a first one with a girl, a real woman. So I matched with this girl on Hinge, and we talked for a while. It's pretty nice, and, you know, I don't want to lose this, so I'm like, okay, I just got to get this done quick. I got to be like, get out here. Not like in a weird way. I have her meet me at a restaurant. Pretty sweet, pretty sick, pretty standard stuff. So we meet up. She's shorter in person. That's totally fine. I'm honestly into short girls. No problem being short. Anyway, I go in. With her, we both go in, and the hostess is like, hey, do you have a reservation? And I'm like, nope. And then the girl is like, yep, for so-and-so. And I was like, okay.
That just happened.
You have, okay. Cool. You have a reservation. I did not make that. This is honestly a nice place. We have drinks and have a good time and eat. And 2 hours in, she invites me over to her place. And I'm like, oh, me? Oh, okay. Like, hell yeah.
Mission accomplished. Good work.
Yeah, absolutely. Follow her there. And I had some flowers, you know, so I gave them to her, and she called me a bitch, but in a funny way for it. So it's honestly going well. But she starts to put on her favorite music, and it's all like kind of emo-ish world event type stuff. And at this point, she's like 4 vodka Sprites in, okay? And she's like looking into my eyes and singing, like, really loudly her favorite songs. And that's okay. I think it's kind of cute, honestly. I mean, you know, I'll take a serenade any day, you know. Give me a serenade. But yeah, she's just going absolutely ham. She's rizzing me up. I'm getting rizzed on. She's putting her head on my arm, and I'm like, oh man, this is great. Things are heating up. But I'm not somebody that fucks on the first date. You know, I'm not really somebody that does that. The night goes on. And I mentioned to you that I'm a night shifter. Night goes on, and she's been cuddling up with me and everything. It's super cute. She's super sweet. And she lays her head on my lap, and next thing I know, she's basically just passed out. She's like, you know, I don't know if anybody has been around somebody that's passed out, but they kind of just ragdoll, almost like, what? You know? This is great. She's holding my hand. It's super cute. But it's only 11, which is like 11 a.m. for me. It's 11 p.m. at the time, so I'm sitting there. What do I do? I sit there for 3 hours. Okay? 3 hours listening to her sad music. She's snoring away. Me, you know, that type of stuff. Little snores here and there, but you know, honestly, it was cute. It was like a cute snore. All right, I have no idea what to do. I'm sitting there, and I finally work up the courage to kind of get out from underneath her, you know. She's not super heavy or anything. She's like a 5'2" girl. She's like still asleep. So I like pat her. I'm like, hey there, like what? Trying to like shake her awake at this point. It's getting kind of ridiculous. I'm like, how are you so asleep right now? How are you just like this sack of meat and flesh? That's a weird way of saying it. Anyway, sorry. I meant like she's a very heavy sleeper. That's what I'm trying to say. And I finally wake her up after shaking her, and she's like, and I'm like, hey, I'm gonna leave. It's like 2 a.m, and she just kind of goes, okay, have fun. Okay. So I leave and drive home, and I just got this big smile on my face. Wow, what a perfect night that was. It was so nice. Text her, hey, like, that was awesome. It was one of the best nights ever. She says, yeah, she says, I had a good time too. And then doesn't really talk to me very much. A couple days later, I'm like, hey, you want to hang out again? And she goes, yeah, maybe. And the next day rolls around, and I just say, hey, have a good day. And then she ghosts me. I'd love to dive into a woman. Sorry, I meant dive into a woman's brain and just try to understand what was going on there, because it was such a nice night. We had a great time. There was never a moment. She liked the flowers. Everything was going well. But I'm just curious, how does someone just fall asleep on somebody else, enjoy the flowers, and say nice things to you, and then just be like, all right, peace? Like, it's just very strange to me. I don't know, from somebody that seemed really genuine and real, didn't really seem to fit her character. I'm not like a socially inept person. It's not like I'm I got Asperger's or whatever, at least to my knowledge anyway. So I feel like I could read a room, but I don't know. Look, maybe all she wanted to do was just fuck, but that ain't me, dog. So I don't know. First dates are weird. You just gotta go through a lot of them sometimes. Some people are lucky, but it sucks until it doesn't. So yeah, I just wanted to share my experience with you on one of my first dates. Anyway, that's all I really have. Bye.